It's 14. We beat them. Monday, July the 6th. Absolutely elated, guys, because believe me, joining us live from Nashville is Jaye Madison. Now, if you don't know about Jaye Madison, you should do by now because you've been listening to the breakfast show. You've been asking for it. Let's get it underway. Here's Jaye Madison live. Let's do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
Yes, that's right. 62 countries this morning, 94 cities around the world joining us live for Jaye Madison. Now, folks, yes, you've been asking for it. So, Jaye Madison live. Here's Song of Texas. How you feeling?
That's awesome! I'm so excited!
On Facebook Live.
And you're on Facebook Live as well.
My Facebook! It's always been a dream to be like, well, right up after Alanis Morissette, here's Jaye Madison! Like, that's so great! What's happening right now? I love her.
Nice. Well, we've also got to thank Jill because she was the lady that got in touch with Barbara in the first place. So we'll give her a bit of a plug.
Great. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Has really helped us like get some of these opportunities, and yeah, we're really appreciative for her.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Because believe me, we were really appreciative as well. Especially, I mean, Down was the first song we heard. Song of Texas only came in a wee while ago, so we're still wearing that in with our listeners. I like to call them their audio audience, to be honest. People call them fans, well, it's good, or listeners, whatever. But I think they're more special, so they're our audio audience. And believe me, we've been playing your music, we've been pumping you like crazy. I can't play a breakfast show just lately without playing Down. We get that many requests for it.
You get requests for it?
Yeah, we do.
Oh my god, so exciting! Wow.
I'll let you know how many as we talk about that. But we do have a couple of fan questions we're going to throw into this. Got to say to you though, ladies, this is not like any other interview that you've ever done before or likely to do again. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Okay.
I don't mind if you give me a bit of cheek. Actually, I'm up for it.
Okay.
We
got that. Yeah, we got that Texas sass, so.
Oh, nice! I like a bit of Texas sass. Jeez, I hope I said that right.
Yes.
Don't want to lift in there.
No, this is right.
But in Texas, yeah, no.
These
I could
girls
get
were
into
born
trouble.
in Texas.
These girls were born in Texas.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Grew up, not just born, we grew up in Texas.
Sure. Believe me, I've got a number of friends that come out of Texas, including Emery Shea.
Yeah.
Yep. She's only 14, by the way. 15. She's just turned 15. I've known her for a little while. She's going to be a big thing in the country music industry. Believe me, she really is. Whereas I think you guys have got the blues for sure. Now, I really do feel that this is your forte, and if you don't mind an old man like me following your career as you go, we would certainly love to be able to follow and promote you guys as much as possible.
Amazing. Yeah, we would love that.
Yeah, and
Right.
Like, just being from Texas, I'm glad you mentioned the blues thing because it was a big influence for us, especially in Southeast Texas, That's where Janis Joplin grew up, and that's always been, like, a major influence for us, especially, like, also outlaw country, you think of Willie Nelson, which you kind of look a little bit like Willie Nelson, now that I think about it.
You know what you get when you've got Willie Nelson in a bath, don't you?
Oh, don't.
What?
Please don't.
You get a wet Willie.
Oh. You're
Oh no,
naughty.
we're going to go live. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 15 after 11 o'clock, 17 degrees downtown, heading for that, well, the high was 14 degrees, but blowing that out of the water. Even Barbara won this morning, my co-host, and we are elated to be joined by Jaye Madison, aka Jaye Madison. Anyway, Jordan and Madison Skinner, twins. First time we've ever had twins. We're breaking new ground right now. Coming out of Nashville. Hi, ladies. Welcome along.
Hello, thank you so much for having us. We're so excited to be here.
Yeah, thank you for the invite. And we're honored to be your first twins on the show. That's cool.
You're making history, ladies. You really are, because we've had brothers, we've had sisters before, including old brothers like, well, who were the oldest brothers we've had online?
Bellamy's.
The Bellamy brothers? Yeah, okay. We've introduced, but we've never had twins before, and this is exciting for us. Really, really is. Now, coming out of Nashville, would have thought naturally that you guys would have been, well, you know, country, but you're not, are you? You're blues, and you're damn good at it. Where did you get your influence? I know you come out of Texas.
Yeah, so we're from Texas, so it's kind of like that Texas country sound, you know. It's got blues in there, it's got folk, rock, for sure. We grew up listening to 80s rock, so it was a huge influence for us. You know, like that big 80s moment where it's like, boom, 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 you know, like we love that, and we always like to incorporate that in our music, so.
Yeah, and I love how, you know, the genre of country is expanding so much to where it's incorporating a lot of different sounds to where, you know, a lot of things can be labeled country. I would say that, you know, obviously we're not traditional country, but hopefully we're still kind of under that umbrella because we like to use Southern influences a lot.
Yeah, and you know, country's not always a twang. You know, it's not always like, hey, how you doing? Right? It's like, you know, we always have like that draw, like molasses, like I went down to the store, you know. So that's kind of like.
Can you tell she's a voice teacher?
No, these are the voices I use with my kids. So like, you don't have to put a twang on it. It's okay.
You know, ladies, I'm kind of expecting you guys to have a mason jar close to you after that.
A mason jar, what?
Yeah, for molasses.
Oh, okay, I get it.
She's a little slow on that.
Hey.
It's okay.
Slow like molasses.
Hey.
Molasses
You
in a mason jar. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Fair enough. But before we go any further, literally, we've got to say hi to Jill Santi Benaz. I think that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for that. Believe me. Tongue tie. PR owner at Nashville Entertainment Weekly and Nashville Entertainment Records, also the bag one. So Barbara says is Nashville Entertainment Television. Got to say thanks, Jill. We absolutely appreciate you putting these young ladies before me. I don't know whether the feeling's mutual though, because believe me, by the end of this, they may need a mason jar in front of them after it. You never know. Now, I got a fan question for you, and this is rather important actually. How do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, girls, do you respond?
All of the above. We're on all the major platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and now TikTok. We haven't posted anything yet, but
keep an eye out.
got it on
I'm sure we'll be posting on that soon. But you can find all of our handles are Jaye Madison Bands, Jaye Madison Band. We also have a website, jaymadison.com. You can find our music on basically every platform. And yes, we are very responsive. So if you comment, message, we'll be, you know, right there. Sending you some emojis and some love.
yeah.
You shouldn't have said that. Now you're going to be there all day. You're going to get 5,000 Facebook fans in no time.
Oh my gosh.
But now, at the same time, ladies, on your website, do you have a merch store?
Not yet. So we first have to put together some merch and then make a line out of it. But if people are interested in merch, message us. And
we're always open to ideas.
If we get enough inquiries, well, then we'll put some on our website.
Well, I'll give you the message right now. Give me a t-shirt. Let me promote you. Today I got the nickel slots on, literally. Now, strange how people who are watching these Facebook Lives literally get to see subliminally, you never know what might just pop out at you, and they go and check you out. They go and find you. Before you know it, you've got another 12,000 Twitter fans and maybe 3 Zooms.
We will mail you a T-shirt.
Yes, just because you said that.
Yeah, please. And I don't mind pink, by the way. Seem to get a lot of black. I got to be honest with you. But I'm pretty, pretty in pink. I got to be honest with you.
Or blue.
It'll go with my black nail polish that Kadu Sauce is going to, not Kadu, Manny Cabot is going to send me.
So you don't want a hot pink T-shirt then?
Oh yeah, I do. Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, believe me, it'll go with my eyes.
Yes, it'll match the beard really well.
Yes, it will do too. Believe me, it'll set it off, don't you think? Yeah, absolutely. Now we started the show with Soul of Texas. So girls, tell me all about it. Where did the lyrics come from?
So we wrote this back in 2017 when Hurricane Harvey hit our hometown relatively hard in the Houston area. We're from a small town called Lumberton, and our grandparents actually lost their house to flooding and moved in with my parents. So at that time, we were actually in Nashville attending college, so we were, far away from family while they were going through all this, and it was really difficult for us to be away from them during that time. So while I was just sitting in class, I just had all of that on my mind, and I just wrote out all the lyrics, and I ran back to our little apartment and said, Madison, we've got to put music to this, and the rest is history. We recorded it at Ocean Way in Nashville, which is just a historic recording studio. It was such a great experience. We worked with a lot of great people on that project, so yeah.
And that was really like a major moment for us because it defined what sound we really wanted to go for. We had like a struggle kind of before that, figuring out what genre do we want to sing, like what speaks to our heart. And it was always that Texas sound that we always incorporated in everything we did.
We were a little stubborn at first when it came to recognizing that. We were like, well, we're in Nashville, so to be different, we have to do not country. We have to do pop or soul or whatever. And then we realized, what are we doing? That's not who we are. So, it's been a great journey so far.
It's always fun discovering what your roots are, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's your identity, and that's going to carry you through into the future. Now, at the same time, how long have you girls been performing? How long have you been writing?
We've been writing since high school, so before that we just strictly performed. But I would doodle around on the piano, since I was 8, 9 years old. Well, technically 3. There's a video of me out there in a boa plunking on a piano, and that's when my parents knew
she thought she was going to be the next Elton John. So.
It's over. She's got to do this for the rest of her life. I was hamming it up, but I should share that with you guys. But we started writing in high school after performing, and just started with lyrics and basic chords, and then gradually broadened in our voice, just from living life. And
we grew up doing a ton of musical theater. We were in, musicals almost every summer of our childhood, from Legally Blonde to Aladdin. Yeah. So that kind of, paved the way for us to pursue music.
And there are videos on YouTube of that, so don't tell them that. Hey, they're good. I'm not ashamed.
You should have seen the crew just dash out of the room then. I guarantee you there's computers in this office around here somewhere being used right now, finding out what you just said. A couple of young fellas too, by the way. Now, girls, I really appreciate you taking the time out and joining me here in New Zealand for this interview, but how's your touring going at the moment? Everything must be really, really pulled right back with this corona. It's surreal times, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. I mean, everything's definitely at a pause as far as, in-person live shows, but we've been doing a lot of live stream performances. We've got one coming up on July 30th on Fun Indie Radio. We're doing a takeover over there and doing an hour-long performance, so that'll be fun. You can find all that information on our Facebook. But, we've just been trying to connect with our audience as best as we can, through virtually, and Yeah, it's just been, a lot of writing and a lot of connecting the best way we can right now.
Yeah, and we're playing it by ear as far as booking and live shows. We're definitely going to get back out there, feet to the pavement. But
a tour is definitely, hopefully, going to happen pretty soon, because that's definitely a dream of ours to do a U.S. tour.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you luck with that. We really, really do. Now, I don't know whether you're familiar with the Galaxy Artist page, but I recommend, please, use it. If you got gigs, even if you're just putting something down that you want your fans to see, something like that, please use the Galaxy page. They look a lot. They really, really do. So, and it's there for you guys to use. So if you're doing gigs, if you're doing, a backyard, something, put it in there. Even if you got a video, whatever. We would love to be able to promote you more than what we can right now. At the same time, next time you guys are near a recordable 58, how would you like to say, hi, this is Jaye Madison from Nashville. You're listening to us on Galaxy 107 FM, something like that. And we'll add you to our playlist. The reason being, the more times our audio audience hears you, they remember you. They want to know more about you. That's how things start going up the ladder. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We appreciate that so much. We'll definitely take you up on that.
Yeah, we will definitely do that.
Nice.
And thanks for promoting us so much. Like, I love that you're consistently, like, putting our name out there and just helping us, like, when we're starting out. Like, people like you are the reason why, like, Casey Musgraves is now, like a full-on star, right? Like, it's just, it happens in slow little increments. So,
well,
thanks.
in my career, and believe me, I've had a fairly extensive career when it comes to bands, when it comes to music, when it comes to radio, and not only here in New Zealand, but globally. Every now and again, you can kick over many, many rocks before you find a gem. And I think this, Jaye Madison, has the prospects of being a gem. I really do. So I'm feeling that you guys need to go to the next stage. And I'm going to talk to you about that very, very shortly, because I have something in mind that maybe, just maybe, you might be interested in. But first of all, I want to talk to you about, maybe we were talking about touring. Would you consider coming to New Zealand?
I would consider it.
Yeah, I would consider it.
Okay. Yourselves and the band and everything like that, we would love to be able to have you guys performing here in New Zealand, in front of New Zealand audiences. Well, to make it worthwhile, we'd want to take you over to Australia, that other country just over the ditch from us, that place, and do a few shows over there as well. Makes it worthwhile, don't you think?
Absolutely. We will definitely take you up on that whenever it's, like the possibility as far as traveling and all that. That's really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we are sort of, as I said before, in some real time, so we've got to work with the government and what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do. But once the borders open up again and we're able to mix and mingle, 100 people, not worth it, really. We want to be able to put you in front of maybe, 4,000 or 5,000 people. I think that's more the caliber that I think you should be performing at right now. So, we would love to be able to do that. But I got to say, girls, we're kind of crazy down here in New Zealand, as you've already ascertained. If you're talking to me, got to be crazy for a start. You don't have to be nuts to work here, but it helps. You know what I mean?
It helps.
It helps. Yeah.
I love that.
It really does.
Musicians in general too, like, we gotta be
Should be a
real
little
crazy.
bit crazy.
Yeah, we sacked our psychiatrist a few months ago. We did.
Do you just have like, an on-staff psychiatrist?
We had one. Had one. Yeah.
You ran him out the door, right?
Yeah. Past tense, we had one. But having said that, ladies, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
A what?
Hoo-hoo grub, spelled H-U-H-U, grub.
I have not.
No, what is it?
Okay, you know what a caterpillar is, right?
Right.
Okay, this is a caterpillar on steroids. It's huge, it really is. It's like a double-decker bus to a mini. Well, it's big, it's white, it's got a black head. And what you do, and we do this to every band that we bring into New Zealand. Believe me, Barbara is the manager of Aurora Entertainment. She brings talent into the country all the time. And believe me, we have spoken about this, about you guys. Now, you put the lion's body in your mouth, rip off the head. Don't eat the head. It's yucky. But when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
That's a no for me. Oh my gosh. That's a hard no.
I'm not kidding. We will send you the instructional videos. Believe me, we will.
You can send me as much instruction as you want. I'm not doing it.
It is a traditional thing that the local Maoris here use it as a delicacy. And believe me, well,
I don't know about that.
yeah, lots of alcohol. Believe me, you got to wonder.
You can chase it with a little bit of alcohol. I think,
not even that.
Yeah. Well, you've heard about. You're familiar with white worm, right? In the tequila bottle.
Yeah, just like the whole bottle.
Yeah.
Well,
The thing is, you really got to wonder about the mentality of the guy that's handing you a bowl of these white wiggly things alive and expects you to put it in your mouth. I can tell you right now, the mentality of that guy is no, none, nada. That'll be me. Have a go.
I might fight you on this, but
On second thought, maybe New Zealand is not for us.
Now, that's just a taste. Are you familiar with going to the fairground, getting candy floss and hot dogs on a stick, right?
No.
No.
Not even comparable.
I mean, we really don't know what's in hot dogs. I mean,
yeah,
like,
that's true.
to
Hot
be
dogs
fair,
are kind of sketchy.
Yeah, well,
there's probably
yeah, processed
They
meat. Well,
explode.
down on the west coast of the South Island, we have a thing down there called, and believe me, we're made up of 3 islands. Little one right down the very bottom is called Stewart Island. Then we run out of ingenuity, and we, couldn't even think of a name, so we called it South Island. And then we followed up with North, and really original names. Really, we just, Stewart got a name, and then the South and North. Well, currently we're in the North. Now, down the west coast of the South Island, they have a Wild First Festival down there, and instead of seeing kids wandering around with candy floss, hot dogs on a stick, you probably see them wandering around with deep fried locusts on a stick or something like that.
But you know what? Believe it or not, I have eaten the grasshopper, so I've already been there. They did that in America at some kind of festival one time, and I did it because I wanted the button, and I got the button. I earned it. So
I'll make sure you get another button.
you have to test it. I'm okay not eating another one. Like you can just do it to her. Like that's
No.
fine.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll take you down to a place called Queenstown. Now, Queenstown, little boutique town, kind of wanting to be a city, but it's a place where all the A-listers from around the world go to hide away from their friends. They take their mates and hide away from their friends. You never know who you're going to run into down there. In fact, Shania Twain owns property down there. Kevin Costner was there not so long ago. Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves. You never know just who you might bump. You don't want to bump into me. I'll throw you off a bridge.
You're like a big personality, right? Like you just fit in right over there, right?
Oh yeah, I do everywhere. Believe me, I can't go anywhere. Not even to the supermarket. Anywhere. Believe me, I get accosted. But I'll take you to Queenstown, and I'll throw you off a bridge.
Wait, did I hear that right?
Yeah, throw you off a bridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're literally going to tell us to jump off a bridge.
No, I'm
and
not
then
going to
you-
literally tell you to do it. I'm going to make you do it. Throw you off a bridge.
Okay.
There's a thing down there.
Conversation right now.
There's a
So going over there is like a series of dares, and then you perform as well.
Yeah, that's work. This is fun. Literally, we do a thing over here called bungee jumping.
Nope.
No.
No.
She's scared of roller coasters.
Oh, I'm
Bungee
scared of
jumping
heights.
is-
Heights are not my. I get nervous just from flying.
Jordan, I'm an accomplished parachutist. I like to skydive a lot. Would you join me?
No.
I don't mind throwing you out of a plane. Come on.
Well, I'm not.
She will scream bloody murder if you try to throw her out the plane. I hear that because she's the high voice and everything.
I would not scream. I would just immediately like become unconscious. So I would be making no noise. My soul would leave my body.
You can't throw an unconscious person off of a plane, so it's like actually a really good strategy.
Okay.
You can if they're attached to you.
Yeah.
You can if they're attached to you.
Oh my god! You can? Does that mean you should? That's the question.
I didn't put...
You want her to remember the experience, so.
I don't.
It's okay. You can have a hat pin. You'll wake up on the way down.
Oh my god.
Are you familiar with Lord of the Rings?
Yes, we're
I know
absolutely
of
familiar.
it. I've never watched it, and I
That's
should.
really sad.
I know.
Okay, well, about an hour and a half from where this office is right here is the original set of Hobbiton. And we can take you around, show you around, maybe a bit more to your pace, Jordan, literally by the sounds of it.
No, that sounds pretty cool. I think I can handle that.
Yeah, go to the party tree, to the hobbit holes, all of that. Believe me, absolutely stunning. It's a lot of fun. Have you heard of a Zorb?
No.
No. Okay. More alcohol this time, literally. It's a big, round, clear, see-through wall, and we'll put you in it and roll you down a hill.
Oh, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like human Skittles. It's like having human Skittles. We'll put some runners in front of you. Now, why I say more alcohol is when you run over them, the looks on their faces is priceless.
So someone's gonna be taking pictures for sure.
I would definitely get dizzy and maybe throw up, but other than that, I think I could handle
Yeah, I
it.
might want to drink the alcohol afterwards. If I drink it
Yeah.
before,
That might make it worse.
Ladies, we're civilized. We have a hose. We're good.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me something. Are you ladies into shopping?
Online shopping.
To a certain extent, but like I don't like doing it in person. I know it's weird.
No,
It's
don't
like a
lie.
secret-
You hate shopping.
I want to like shopping.
She hates shopping. I love shopping, mostly online, because it's an instant gratification.
I like having new clothes. I don't like shopping.
Okay.
Okay, I get that. You see, Barbara is an Olympic shopper.
Oh,
wow.
okay.
You know, she knows all the places, literally. So if you are coming over here, believe me, she would love to be able to show you around some of the places to go. And you know what I'm saying, right? Now, at the same time, do you like wine?
Yes, I love wine.
Okay, so we can take you around some of our wineries here in New Zealand. We have some of the world's best wine.
Wow, awesome.
Are you a little biased or maybe?
Oh, totally.
No.
No?
It's just a fact.
Oh, okay,
Max.
okay.
God.
I just want to know.
No, I treat wine equally.
Equal opportunist.
Yeah, absolutely. Why, it doesn't matter if it comes from the south of France, America, or New Zealand. If it tastes good, do it.
I haven't seen any.
Yes, amen.
Yeah,
Good. Wine.
it's just like cheese. It doesn't matter, where it comes from as long as it tastes okay, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you just got to worry about that blue stuff.
Oh, I love that.
Barbara says she loves that. She really does. So, ladies, this brings us to, 1,721 requests so far put down. Tell me all about it. How did we get that popular?
That is so exciting that we have that many requests.
Wow.
I had no idea. That's awesome.
I don't know how we got that many requests. We just wrote something from our heart, and it resonated, I guess.
Yeah, I really was just inspired by, surrounding yourself with the things that matter in life. It was inspired by, being home with your family on the front porch and you're eating and there's fireflies everywhere and there's music playing and that's kind of the imagery that was going through my mind when I wrote it. And We've been in Nashville for about 6 years now, I think.
Yeah.
I always lose track, but having grown up in small town Texas, where you're surrounded by trees and nature and all that kind of stuff, whenever you're in the city, it can get a little lonely sometimes, or at least it's just always good to remember your roots, and that's really just what the song's about. Is whenever you start getting,
you get away from all the concrete and all the problems of just a lot of people in one place. There's a lot more space in Texas, and you can just relax and breathe and put your feet in the grass and be one with the crickets and the frogs, which is the lyric in the song. So it
hope it invokes that feeling for people,
And we wanted to communicate that through the music too, which is why we collaborated and tried to make it sound grounded as well.
Well, I got to be honest with you, when we first played this, absolutely caused a sensation. It really, really does. And everybody wanted to know, and I'm going to ask this, who holds the note? Now, I know, but for our audio audience, come on, fess up. Who is the one that holds that note?
Madison holds that note, the killer note.
Absolutely stunning, stunning, stunning. Did it take long to get that right?
About that,
yes. So I felt it every time, but I just didn't always hit it every time because it was just, I'm a true alto. I have a really low voice, which is why usually Jordan would take that note. But we were like, no, we got to make it feel warm. We got to make it feel belty, right?
Yeah, and we really wanted to use her tone for that note. So we even though I usually sing the higher ones, I was like, it's gonna sound too empty with my voice, and for the best thing for the song would be for her chocolatey and dark tone to just hit that note, and she killed it. It was awesome.
Yes, I had to do some warm-ups. I had to do just jumping jacks,
It was a process, but it was great once we got it.
I got to be honest with you, girls. It is not often that a band or a song or a note stops our officers dead cold. Everybody here just went, wow. And so,
awesome.
Let's let it out of the bag. Live with us is Jaye Madison and Down at Galaxy. How you feeling, ladies?
Good. This is really fun.
Yeah, I told you it wouldn't be like a normal one.
Expecting, but I love it. I love it.
I so feel sorry for you. I do. Now, having said that, when you record new stuff, will you come back again?
Absolutely. Yes. We will keep you updated.
Nice. You've got to be sadistic then, right?
Yes.
Had a little bit of sadism in there. Oh, we're going to talk to those Kiwis. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. You guys have been great.
Now, one thing I forgot to say is that when you do come here, we would love to be able to take you out onto the Hauraki Gulf, which is in the biggest city we have here in New Zealand, called Auckland. Have a meal, take in the ambience. It is just absolutely spectacular, I promise you.
Awesome. We would love that.
Yeah, I definitely want to make our way over there if we can.
Well, I want to talk to you about that after this, okay? Because I have something you may be interested in. I did say that earlier on. But having said that, we think maybe about 4 or 5 shows here in New Zealand and maybe about 8 shows in Australia. Financially, it makes it more attractive that way. You know what I mean?
For sure.
If you keep in touch with Barbara, she does all the logistics, everything like that. We got your back lines, we got your staging, we've got everything you want. Just need you to be on stage,
Well, I love that.
Exciting. I love that.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. And we can
Sponsors,
work in with
please, get hold of
sponsors,
us.
managers, everything like that. We would dearly love to be able to get you here. Well, let's go back to the desk. Now, don't go anywhere after this, even though we'll wind it up. Don't go anywhere because there's a couple of things that we do. We do some crazy photos. You'll get everything, including the Facebook Live that we're doing right now. We'll turn it over to YouTube, give you a copy of that. Barbara will even do a movie for you.
Perfect.
Right?
Terry, my voice in my head in the background, she's also taking backstage photos that only you guys will get. All that sort of
It's
stuff.
in the
Awesome.
Yeah, so hang in there. We'll just do this.
Galaxy.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 14 away from lunchtime, 12 o'clock midday, 17 degrees downtown. Not bad for a winter's day, really. That's quite nice. Monday, July the 6th, coming into a brand spanking new working week. Got to say hi to Jill Santabanez. I think I got it right, yes. And she's the PR owner of Nashville Entertainment Weekly, the Nashville Entertainment Records, and the big one. Yeah, Barbara keeps reminding me, National Entertainment Television. And nice to have Jill and her support giving us talent like Jaye Madison. Now, ladies, I really, really do appreciate you joining me here in the Antipodes for this evening. Now, at the same time, I asked you at the start of this, did you need a stiff drink? I'm pretty sure you need one now, right?
I think I would prefer to eat a bug. I think, I'm ready. You warmed me up to the idea, and, I'm just gonna make it my
think you're
favorite.
crazy.
I probably will have wine, but I would have already had wine, so it is 5 o'clock here, or it is
Okay.
past 5 o'clock here. 5 o'clock,
Okay.
so I can have alcohol. It's not midday. I'm not crazy.
Let me give you the backstory on the peanut butter bug, if you want to call it that. The indigenous folks of New Zealand, called the Maori, actually still do use them as a delicacy. Now we're going to take you to a place called Rotorua. Now this is at a traditional Maori tourist city. It really, really is. That's where the Zorb comes in, the big ball, right? But at the same time, you're familiar with Yellowstone National Park, the bubbly geysers, and well, we have that an hour away from where we are right here, right now. It is called Hell's Gate. Absolutely stunning. It's a lot of fun, and you'll learn a lot about the New Zealand culture right there. Believe me, it's not just all fun and games. There might be a little, education involved as well, and of course a little bit of work. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, yeah, I'm a total nerd. I like to learn about cultures and go to different places. I read for fun, so
Brilliant.
just take me to the historical sites. It's fun.
Now we were talking about hot dogs on the stick, processed meat, right? Just a wee while ago. Just one thing I got to ask you. I got to ask this. Have you ever tried vegan sausages?
No. I think I might have a few years ago. Oh, I have. The Beyond Meat sandwiches or something like that at Dunkin' Donuts. They have that now.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan.
Okay, I was just wondering, are they made out of real vegans?
Do what?
Are they made out of real vegans?
Oh, ha ha.
No, then really.
Texas we're not big on avoiding meat, but
Do y'all have kolaches in New Zealand?
No,
What's
no,
that?
that sounds like a pair of half long, half short pants.
A kolache is amazing, and it's it's a Texas delicacy. Okay,
it's also called pigs in a blanket elsewhere, but we call them kolaches.
yeah, you can put it's just sausage and bread, and then there's cheese, and you can put jalapeno. It's so good.
I love that idea.
Food and sausage.
Okay, I love that idea. I really do, especially jalapenos. I love them. Believe me. Are you familiar with Newport, just out of Nashville?
No.
Yeah, go and check it out. Believe me, I spent about almost a year there and used to drive into Nashville all the time. I'm very familiar with Nashville, I really am. And have been to the Opry too a number of times, once as a guest.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Well,
we were on stage.
well, don't forget, it is a radio show, right?
Right.
Right, guest DJ.
That's exciting.
I got
Awesome.
I got my $50. Let's put it that way. I really did. Have you been to the Opera yourselves?
Yes, we've been. We saw one show so far. It was a taping of Nashville. They were doing a lot of different performances. Reba was there. It was really, really great. And I also used to work at the Opry Backstage Grill for about a year, right across the street. So definitely had my fair share of Opry members come in. Jeannie Seeley and Trace Adkins. It's just lots of famous people came in.
You know something, I might have met you.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. Just maybe. I've been to the,
Were you like in the past year?
no.
Okay, then no.
No.
But that's okay.
I was there, about 8 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if I was there 8 years ago,
It's
we
still
would've
a small
crossed
world,
paths.
though.
We
Like, what
would've
are the
crossed
chances?
Absolutely stunning. Ladies, I've got to thank you for your time. I'm going to have to move on now. The other studio's making funny faces through the window at me. Well, I think that's a face anyway. You never know what it could be. Got a bit of a crack at yeah. Anyway, ladies, I've got to thank you so much for taking the time out and talking to me here in New Zealand. And I am so looking forward to meeting up with you in the near future. Now, believe me, I would be very, very honoured if you would just hang in there for a couple of minutes. We're going to do a couple of crazy photos, maybe a little video. Now, I did tell you that we have a lot of listeners online. Now, what happens is they go hook into our website. They don't just live stream us. They get nosy. You know what I mean? Yeah, sometimes I feel very oogled, I've got to be honest with you. But with that amount of traffic, they go and have a look through all your pages, everything like that. So we do a shout-outs on the very home page of that, and before you know it, you got another 4 TikTok fans and another 50,000 Zoom fans, and yeah, all sorts of crazy things go on.
Love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we want to be able to promote you as much as possible. So please come back again. And well, I got to apologise. I know it's like no other interview you've ever had before, and maybe, just maybe, you might want to put yourself through it again.
We loved being on the show. Loved the unique questions. And
We'll definitely bring some liquor with us next time.
yeah,
to prepare us.
Maybe we'll play a drinking game or something.
Thanks so much for having us on.
Absolutely. Now, if you want to play a drinking game, may I recommend, you're familiar with the band The Police?
Yes.
Roxanne?
Yeah.
Roxanne.
Okay, every time that name comes out, have a skull.
Oh man, that's a
man,
horrible
that's-
idea. Also a great idea.
It would
So.
work. It would work.
That's a Kiwi drinking game, literally.
Oh my gosh. I'll try that.
Nice. Don't go anywhere right now, but in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, you're right here at Galaxy, 7 away from 12 o'clock, 20 degrees, unseasonably warm. Here's the magician and sunlight.